welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sonja J. And as you can see from the title, we are back with another Teen Mom review, okay? This is a review to the newest episode that just aired a couple of days ago for episode 16. And the newest episode, episode 17, will be airing soon, and I will review that this week as well. Don't worry, I'll be here. But I'm here today for episode 16. So, per usual, I got opinions. I always do. So let's get into it because this is a review. Okay. So we're going to start off with Rachel. And in this episode, we find out that Rachel is indeed pregnant. Now, in the last review, I said that I thought maybe she wasn't pregnant because I was like, maybe they're just doing this for a storyline. Because sometimes, and we've seen this plenty of times on these reality shows, they'll have like a scene or an episode where they'll hype up oh, I might be pregnant because I'm a day late, or I didn't use protection 2 weeks ago or whatever, and they'll like do this whole episode or this whole thing where they'll hype something up. And it's sometimes not even a pregnancy, it's just something in general, like just something that is a big deal. And you know, production will hype it up for the show and the ratings, and then once we actually reveal what's going on, it's really not a big deal, you know? So I thought this would be one of those scenes, you know, where they, you know, kind of get the viewers like scared and worried, like, oh, she could be pregnant, and then it's really not a false pregnancy or something, you know? But no, she was pregnant. Piece of my hair is sticking out. She was pregnant, and she is pregnant by her new boyfriend. I believe his name is Cody. Yeah, Cody. And she takes the test in front of her mom and her friend. They find out she's pregnant, and she's kind of freaking out about it. And we find out, and she knows that this pregnancy is with her new boyfriend, because I guess, you know, she stopped messing with other dudes a few weeks before she found this new guy, and she's been sleeping with him unprotected, so she's pregnant by him. And she decides she wants to keep the baby, and yeah. I mean, honestly, to be honest with you guys, if you were looking for me to have like a big thing to say about Rachel's part, I really don't have nothing to say, because like, really, what could you say about it? I mean, she's pregnant. She's 17 with a baby already, and she's pregnant again with her second. She's not married, and these are by two different men, and the first baby daddy's barely around. She literally just started dating this dude a few weeks. Like, even she said it herself, she's only been dating him for a few weeks, so she literally started fucking him probably like the first week they started talking, and got pregnant within that first week or two of her fucking him, and then they only been together for probably a month, if that, and then she finds out she's pregnant. So it's kind of like ratchet, trashy, irresponsible, makes no sense. I understand she's young, and I believe me, I get it, and I think women and young people in general should be able to have a healthy sex life, but the problem is a lot of young people don't know how to have healthy, not just a sex life, but a healthy sex life. That's the difference. And that's why a lot of people do believe that young people shouldn't have sex, because they don't know how to be healthy and be responsible with it, which I understand. However, it also is the parent's responsibility to educate your child about sex the proper way, and not just try to tell them, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. That's not going to prevent it, because we're all going to fuck at the end of the day, period. But, I mean, I really don't have nothing to say, because it's like, you know, I'm not surprised. She wasn't using protection. She didn't give a fuck if she got pregnant or not, pretty much. And her mom, even though she knows that Rachel is falling down a path that she shouldn't go, her mom doesn't really stop her from doing it, because she wants to be her friend so goddamn bad. And I do, to some extent, understand why her mom, you know, kind of coddles her and stuff, but I don't give a fuck. There's no excuse, because at the end of the day, you're harming her more than you're helping her. Because by you allowing her to do what she wants to do, you're allowing her to let boys in the house to fuck her, you're allowing her to get pregnant, and you're allowing her to not get her license, you're allowing her to do all these things under your roof while she's underage. So yes, mom, it still falls on you. So if the mom allows the bullshit to happen, then you can't be surprised that bullshit is happening. I'm not surprised. There's nothing to say. I don't feel bad for her, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna bash her either. It's just, it is what it is. Sis, you need to learn from it. If you don't learn from it, then that's just gonna be your life. Trashy with hella kids with different men, and you ain't never really gonna get nowhere but as a baby mama. And that's just what it is. If you don't change up your life, Rachel, that's just what it is. Nothing else to say. But real quick, I want to say this before we move on from Rachel's part. I noticed that Rachel is like so head over heels and goo goo gaga over this new boyfriend because he's like, he treats her right and he treats her the best out of any dude she's ever been with, and he's just so good to her. He takes her on dates and she's never been on a real date before, and he's the first boyfriend to put her on a date, to take her on a real date other than just, you know, let's kick it and fuck. She actually is going on real dates with him and she's not used to that. So this is new to her. This is a big deal to her. But I hate to break it to you, sis, and I hate to break it to a lot of girls out there who think this way. There are a lot of good dudes out there who will value for more than just a happy meal and a good fuck session. It's just sad that a lot of girls, especially girls like in the hood or that live in like trashy areas and trashy environments like Rachel, a lot of them are only exposed to trashy, ain't shit dudes. So they feel like there's no good dudes out there. So as soon as they get even a whiff of a guy who's just kind of nice, he don't even have to be the best dude in the world. All he has to do is just like be kind of nice to you and take you to get more than a Happy Meal, but let you get the large number one. And to you, that's like, oh my God, she's the best thing ever. Like, I have to have this babies now. And it's sad that a lot of girls think this way, and I can clearly tell Rachel is one of those girls that think this way, as well as Brianna. And we're going to get to Brianna. We're going to get to her because I got a lot to say about her. We're going to get to her. But there's a lot of girls out there that think like that, to where it's like, because they didn't have the best environment and they didn't have their father in their life and they didn't have a lot of like good influences of what real love is and what it looks like to be in a healthy relationship, what it looks like to be in a healthy, loving marriage, a healthy family, a healthy environment. A lot of girls, you know, in Rachel's situation, didn't grow up, and more specifically girls like in the hood, like black girls and, you know, Hispanic girls and stuff that have like that, live in the hood or in trashy environments. They don't really have the option of seeing good men. So as soon as, like I said, as soon as they see a guy that just is nice enough to spend an extra $10 on them, you know, that's enough to be like, he's the one, I have to be with him forever. And I can see this is what's happening with Rachel, which is sad. You know, she's all head over heels over this guy, and she's just like infatuated him and ready to not use protection and have his baby because, you know, he's the first boyfriend to take her on dates and Jacob and Drew never did. And that's sad because it's like, it just lets you know how fucked up our society is, that there's so many young kids and young adults out here that grew up in environments where their father wasn't in the home. They didn't see what it was like to have a healthy marriage, a healthy and loving family. So they're growing up procreating with boys and young girls who are not good for them, and, you know, they're just like reinforcing the pattern because they didn't see it, so now they're doing it. And it's just sad. Like, you know, you can just tell like Rachel's just really head over heels over this guy because of the simple fact that he takes her on dates. And it's sad because it's like, the simplest thing like that is enough for some girls out here to literally be like, I'll do anything for you and I'll put up with any of your bullshit and have your kids. Just the simple fact is you treated me better than my last. And that's sad because Rachel, sis, there's so many dudes out here that'll be willing to take you on more than just a fucking dinner date and treat you like a queen, and all you have to do is just be yourself. But you feel like you have to put out and get pregnant by these boys because that's all you see. Your mama did it, your sister did it, everyone around you's doing it, so that's all you see. And it's just sad to see young girls and boys too grow up in environments where they don't see nothing but trash, or they grow up to be trash too. It's just sad. Girl, we got a lot to say about Brianna. I was hoping that her part was gonna come later, but no, bitch, she's next, okay? I am trying now. I didn't go too hard on Rachel. I don't feel like I did. I just stated facts. I didn't go too hard on her. Brianna, I'm gonna try not to go too hard on her because I know she didn't have her father in her life too. I know that she's one of those type of girls that is in love with the idea of love, and she's one of those types that every relationship she's in, she monkey bars relationship, and she holds on tight when she's in those relationships, okay? And Rachel's like that too. They're both kind of similar in a lot of ways. They have differences, obviously, but they also are similar in a lot of ways when it comes to dating. I mean, the only good thing I can say is at least Brianna's not getting pregnant by every dude she dates. But still, it's still like, come on, sis. Like, and the reason why I'm annoyed with Brianna in this episode, now Rachel, don't get me wrong, because Rachel's like this too, and if you call her out on shit, she'll start cussing and going crazy too. So, you know, Rachel gets on my nerves too with the way she acts some of the times when you try to tell her she needs to sit her ass down and fucking listen. But in this episode, she didn't do that, so we gonna get on Brianna. Brianna irritated the hell out of me because her sister was doing nothing but just trying to set her ass straight. That's all her sister was trying to do, was set her ass straight. Now, maybe her sister could have approached it a little bit better, but you can tell her sister was frustrated and irritated, so it was like she was trying to just talk to her, but it was like, the more Brianna wasn't listening and understanding where she was coming from, the more the sister was just kind of like, you dumb bitch, get it through your head. Okay? Like, that's how I felt, so I'm sure that's how the sister felt. Like, and it's like, Brianna, and I'm not surprised. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Did not tell y'all in the other reviews a couple of reviews ago that this shit was gonna happen. I said as soon as she starts dating it, I said first off, mama, you shouldn't have told her to do those dating apps. I knew that was gonna be a bad idea. She don't need that. She could find a date on her own. She's young enough, she's vibrant enough, she's still cute enough to find a date on her own. It's not that deep to where it's like, I need a boyfriend, I need a companion, I have to look online. Like, you'll find it naturally on your own. Like, you don't have to do that much. When you put too much into it, you ain't gonna get too much out of it. And that's just facts, sis. But anyways, she put too much into this, too much into the dating app, too much into this relationship, and she ain't get shit out of it now, but her fucking sister and her mom disagreeing with her, not agreeing with her choices, and her looking and feeling like the dumb girl again, who went from another relationship and fell head over heels for another dude, and now she's looking like the idiot that she did last season. Brianna, didn't you say that you didn't want to move too fast? Didn't you say that you didn't want to make this a big deal like you did the other relationships? Didn't you say you didn't want to move him in like you did the other relationships? Didn't you say that you didn't want to bring him around your son like you did the other relationships? Didn't you say all these other things you didn't want to do like the other relationships? And now you're doing them! Now you're doing them. Exactly what you said you didn't want to do, you're literally doing it. And it's like, I understand, you know, sometimes you say things and you do them. I get it. Sometimes we jinx ourselves by saying, I'll never do this, and you end up doing it. We've all done that. It's kind of like literally a jinx. You say, whenever you say you're never going to do something, you end up doing it. It's literally a jinx. But at the same time, it's like, come on, Brianna. Like, when are you going to learn? And this shit irritates me. It is because it's like, what irritates me about these type of situations and about these type of girls and guys that act like this too. But let's be real, and I'm being specific in this video, I'm really talking about Brianna, but let's be real, usually girls do this more than guys, and I understand why, because there's more single mothers out there than there are single fathers. So when you are a single mom and you're trying to redate and get out there again, your kids are still your world and you still have to take care of them, because usually most single mothers really are literally single mothers. They don't even have the father's help, both financially, physically, emotionally, everything. So a lot of the time, single mothers are literally the only parent taking care of the kids. So it's like they kind of have to bring their kid with them all the time. They have to have their kid around them all the time in their life. I get that. So there's going to be times when you kind of do feel like, okay, I need to bring him around my kids so that I can see him more with my kids. I get that. But I feel like you don't have to do it right away. There's an appropriate time that you can wait. You don't have to just be like, rush in there, you know, especially if you don't know if this is going to be serious yet. It's, you know, if you know this is like somebody you've known your whole life, or maybe you did just meet them, but you've been with them for months and months and months, and you guys actually have a real bond, a relationship, and you're talking about moving in, and it's actually like, it's actually really getting serious, and not just like you're the type of person that rushes into relationships like Brianna and Rachel, but I mean, like, if you actually are a level-headed person, you actually did take time out to vet the person, you've been with them for longer than 6 months, you know more about them, their family, they kind of met some of your people, and then you're like talking about, you know, future arrangements, then that makes sense to, you know, bring your kids around them, especially if you're gonna bring your kid around them often. Then it makes sense to do that once you actually clearly vetted them and they have something going for themselves. They're not living and mooching off of you, Brianna. And, you know, then it's okay to blend the family together. But I can't stand, but let's be real, more women do this because they're single moms. There's more single moms out there than there are single men, fathers. So like more women feel the need to have to like blend the relationship quicker than it needs to, because they want to be able to still be the mom that they need to be, but still be able to have that fun life and kind of in a way live that romance, that fantasy where I have a family, even though he's not the father, but at least there's a man in the house. I don't know, but like, and I get it, but at the same time, it really irks my nerves when these women, and men too, but more specifically women, because women do this more, and specifically Brianna and Rachel, you've been with the dude for not even that long, and you're already bringing your young, innocent, impressionable child around the person regularly. Like, it's not even like these bitches, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna call y'all that in this video because I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed, dog. I don't give a fuck. It ain't no, especially Brianna. Brianna and Rachel both are annoying with this shit. I'm annoyed with both of them on this. This shit's annoying because it's like you guys don't pay attention. Like you guys don't realize it's deeper than this. It's not just about what's best for you. It's about what's best for your child. If you just met this motherfucker last month and you didn't fucking look up his history and his background check and you don't know anything about him really other than what he tells you, how the fuck do you not know that he's a rapist? How the fuck do you not know that he's killed somebody? Or how do you not know that he's abusive and he was in an abusive relationship and he hit his last girlfriend? Like, and I understand you can say, how are they supposed to know this? I get that, but, you're not really gonna know unless you go through it or unless you do a background check and they have priors. But at the same time, it's like, you will know that there's something off about the person if you vet them long enough, if you're around them long enough. Then after 6 months, 7 months, then you really start to get a feel of their character, what they're like, and then you'll kind of know, I don't know if I want to be with you like that. And then you can decide whether or not you want to bring them around your child. But if you're literally bringing your young, impressionable child around the person that you yourself just met, you're literally trying to have your child get to know this person while you're trying to get to know them. Well, I guess you guys go both find out together if that person touches kids or not. Like, and that's what irritates me about a lot of parents that are trying to date and they instantly interact the child with their new partner, because it's like, you don't know that person long enough to do that. That's what irritates me. And it's like, they don't realize that it's bigger than just, oh, this is my new boyfriend. What's wrong with my new boyfriend being around my kid? It's bigger than that, because there's a lot of stories, look it up, Rachel and Brianna, of mommies bringing their new boyfriend around their daughters and their son, and that new boyfriend touched the daughter and the son, and mommy did nothing about it because she wanted a boyfriend so goddamn bad. There's a lot of stories on little kids being touched or being abused, not even just being sexually, it can even just be abuse, just being, your partner just wants to beat on kids because they have that power, and the kid didn't even say anything because they knew mommy wouldn't believe him, or they just didn't say anything because they were scared. There's so many cases of that. And you know what, fuck it, even if nothing ever happens, there's no abuse, no nothing, and I don't think they will, but I'm just saying, even if nothing ever happens, they could be a horrible shitty person. They can be a horrible, shitty person that cusses a lot, that drinks a lot, that just is toxic and has a bad, evil spirit aura around them. And you're bringing that around your kid. And you expect us to be okay with you bringing someone around that you're just meeting. You're just getting to know him. You yourself just met him 2 months ago. You yourself are just now getting to know him. You want me, your son, to be around someone that you don't even know that well. You don't even know him that well, but you want me to be around him and to be comfortable sitting on his lap and having a good time with him. Like, that's the shit I don't get, and I'll never understand it when single parents do that shit, when they want to introduce their young, little, impressionable kids around their new boyfriend or their new boo just because. Like, I don't know, if you want to fuck him on the side. You don't have to bring your kid around to do that. Like, you're bringing these people around. Like, my thing is, if you don't know him that well, and you yourself are just now getting to know him, don't bring him around your kid. If you don't know him that well, then don't bring him around your kid. If you haven't been with him longer than 6 months and you don't know his family, his background history, you don't know everything he's been through like that, don't bring him around your kid. Period. 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 And I can't stand that. And then Brianna's sister was really just trying to set her straight. All she was trying to do was talk to her about it. And her sister had great points. Bitch, you just met him. We just moved, literally the day we move in, you move your boyfriend in. He ain't paying for shit. He don't have any fucking job, a car, nothing for you. Everything we're doing, you're paying for. And then you want to bring him with us on our family trip, and you just met him last month, and now all of a sudden he's supposed to be on our family vacation? No, I would have a problem with that too, to be honest. And honestly, I would have been petty enough to probably be like, I'm not going. Because I don't want to be irritated the whole time. And I know I'm right. And if you're just going to put him over me, then I'm going to just be out. Peace. And even the fact that Brianna had the nerve to compare, talking about, well, you guys don't have to go either. Like, the sister had every right to be irritated. Like, she had a valid point. Like, you're basically comparing him to us. And I understand he's your boyfriend, but he's not your husband. You just met him, and he's not helping you with shit. So for you to put him in equivalence to us, you got me fucked up. And that just lets me know that you're still the same girl last year and 2 years ago that will chase after any dude that gives you attention. And that's just on period. And Brianna, you need counseling, because clearly, sis, you don't know how to be alone. You don't. And every time you get a boyfriend, you're quick to move him in the house. You're quick to bring him around your son. You're quick to be his new bitch. You're quick to do all the shit that you should not be doing. It would have been, if you didn't have a son, do what you want. Yeah, you would still look a little foolish, but whatever, it's your life. But because you have a child, it's not your life, it's his life. And for you to be that irresponsible to bring people around that you don't even know like that is the shame on you. And the shame on you too, Rachel. Let's move on, because I'm done with these silly hoes. Yes, I said silly hoes. Alright, so with Ashley's situation, not really too much this episode. We kind of just see that Ashley and her mom, Mama T, or Pastor T, whatever you want to call her, okay, getting a little argument, disagreement before Harley's party while they're trying to set up, which really wasn't a big deal to me. That sometimes happens, and I mean, they're mom and daughter, so they're going to argue. They got an argument, but they got over it by the time the party started, had a good party. They talked over it and, apologized about it and stuff after the party was over. So that's nice. And then we kind of get back to the same drama that we've been used to, Bar and Ashley drama. Not really too much, just kind of just like the same old, Bar has a little attitude again, acting like a little bitch, walking around on his period, got an attitude because Ashley don't want to fuck him no more. And pretty much, Ashley's just like venting to her mom about that. And that's really it. I mean, really nothing you could say about it. It just kind of seems like it's going to kind of be this way for a while until either A, Ashley moves on, or B, Bar moves on. And then once one of them moves on, or until one of them or both of them are completely like over each other, it seems like this is going to happen for a while because Bar still has feelings for Ashley and he don't want to let it go. And I mean, even though Ashley is over Bar and his antics, you could tell she still has feelings for him too. So it's kind of like this is going to keep happening for a while, at least until they either both move on or Bar gets some business about himself and do better for himself as a motherfucking man. But there's really nothing else to say about that really. She's gonna go see what's that gold digger? What's his name? That one dude that only uses women to try to get a paycheck and try to get spotlight to try to gain followers and supporters for his little stupid rap career. What's that one dude she seen last time? He don't even deserve a mention in this bitch. Let's move on. So we see in the beginning of Kaya's part where she talking about her mother-in-law, and we see that her and her mother-in-law are starting to go down the wrong road. So basically, we leave off with hearing that Tiesa and Kaya are trying to work on the relationship from counseling. And Kaya tries to bring T with her on a date to go do like rock climbing, well, the fake one. And T and Kaya get a little dispute about it on the date because basically, I guess T is afraid of heights and she's afraid of heights so much to where she didn't even want to try because it really terrifies her to climb heights and be on heights or whatever. Some people are really, really scared of heights. And it kind of annoyed Kaya because she felt like, well, I brought you on this date as a surprise. We're on a date. I'm trying. I want us to get out of our comfort zone. Let's do this together, and you won't even try. And then on top of that, you have an attitude. Like, that's irritating as fuck. So, let me just say this. I honestly agree with both of them. I see both of their points. But I feel like at the end of the day, this is something they can both just kind of get over and resolve it. I understand where T's coming from because I do understand to some extent, like, if you really don't want to do something, like, I don't care what your intentions are. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. I understand that because I know there's been times like if like my husband will get something or he'll like say he'll have a burger or something that's new and different and I don't want to try it and he'll be like try it and I'm like I don't want to try it and he'll keep trying to get me to try. I'm like I don't want to try it, like I'm good. And there has been times, he'll get annoyed. Like, people do that. I don't know. It's like, if they feel like you don't want to do what they want you to do, or they feel like it's not a big deal to them, so why are you making it a big deal? That will sometimes, like, make them, the other person, irritated, Because, like, I know my husband's done that. I've done that. It's just kind of a natural thing. Like, we as humans are selfish in a way. And it's like, if we don't see something going our way, then we have a problem with it. Even if it's not supposed to go our way. Even if it's not meant to be our way. We still have a problem with it because we like, bitch, we want it to be our way. I don't give a fuck. And, like, so I can understand because it's like, that happens. Like, there's times when I'll try to force my husband to try something and he's like, I don't want to try it. Like, stop trying to get me to try it. It's like, I don't understand why you just can't try it. Like, so I get it. I do understand that. Like, I get it. And I understand where T's coming from. Kaya's coming from too, because she feels like, I took you here on a date. This is supposed to be a surprise. I want it to be something fun and cute, romantic for us to try. So why can't you at least try it? So I understand. I see both points. I don't think it's that big of a deal to where they should have ruined their date over it. Or if I were honestly Kaya, I would just go somewhere else. Like, I'm like, okay, well, you want to do something else? We can go somewhere else, I don't think it's that serious to where they could have ruined their date for it. But, I understand how it could be a little bit annoying. But I don't think it could have been that big of a deal or should have been that big of a deal to ruin their whole date. Because I'm the type of person, like, when I'm mad, I don't stay mad. I can be mad at you, but I'll get over it. I may not fuck with you the same. Nah, I'll tell you that. I may not fuck with you the same after that. Especially if you did me dirty. But, I'll get over it and I'm, like, going to live my life and go on about my day. So, I don't think it needed to be that big of a deal. But everyone's different. And then we also see the mom, her mother-in-law, talk on the phone with her baby daddy, Kaya's baby daddy. Now, I just need, and you know what, now I'll be honest with you, even though Kaya's mom-in-law does annoy me a little bit with some of the way she's handled things in the past, I will say I do, at least for now, it does seem like her mom, the mom-in-law is doing a decent job of trying to respect Kaya and keep the boundaries. Because even though Kaya's mother-in-law is still kind of like texting her a little bit with some like, what's the word I want to use? Like, she's texting her a little aggressive. I ain't gonna lie, she is a little aggressive when she tries to get her point across. But I also think that's just kind of how she is as a person. I don't really necessarily think it's like she's just trying to like bully Kaya. I think it's more of like that's just how she talks. Because there are some people who, talk rough, especially if they grew up in a rough environment. They have a rough demeanor. And I think that's probably also what it is. And it's just like when she was texting her, even though Kaya took it kind of like, bitch, who was you talking to? The mom-in-law probably wasn't really texting her in her mind. She probably wasn't really texting her to try to be aggressive. It was probably more like she was just talking to her how she would. Like, I've been trying to give you your space like you said, but like, what's going on? And I don't think she necessarily meant harm by it, but that's just honestly how she feels. And she doesn't know how to relay how she feels in a calm way. She only knows aggression, So I don't think it was like a personal attack, but I do understand why it annoys Kaya because, I understand. And at the same time, I think that even though the mom-in-law can do better with her responses, I do think for the most part she is handling it well. And I liked it when she was on the phone with her son and she said, well, if I'm gonna have to wait until you get out to see him, then I guess I'm gonna just have to wait till then. And honestly, I respected that. I did. That's just my opinion. I did respect when she said that because most women or men, whoever, most people in the mom-in-law situation, especially if they hood and ghetto like she is, would have went ham. Would have been drama. Would have tried to fight Kaya. Would have been texting her every bitch in the book. Would have been calling. Because there are some people that are really, even though they're grown, believe it or not, there are people out there, especially from the hood and that rough environment, that are ratchet as fuck, and when they don't get their way, they do whatever they can to get their way by all means necessary. And honestly, I thought that she was going to do that, but surprisingly, she didn't. She just was like, you know what? I'm going to just have to respect it. If she don't want me to see him, then I'm going to just have to leave it alone, even if that means I have to wait till you get out. And honestly, that's really what the attitude she's going to have. It sucks. It really sucks, and I understand that. But you know what? That's just what happens, and that's why, girl, I could do a whole separate video because I could go on a whole tangent, but I'll just say this very shortly. That's why, young boys and girls, it's important. It's important to be married before you procreate, okay? That's why it's important to find you a partner that actually will treat you like a partner and will be loving and loyal and faithful to you. But most of all, respect you and have respect for you and respect you enough and love you enough to not make you a baby mama, but to make you a wife and to marry you and to treat you like the queen that you are and make you a wife, and then you bear his children. And then things will be better because you have two parents in a home raising children together. Two parents that can both help financially, that can both help emotionally, that can help physically. And you don't have to worry about this baby daddy drama and baby mama drama, okay? Don't procreate with a boy that has a record of going in and out of juvie, in and out of prison. Because sis, when you get pregnant and the baby gets here, sis, he might not be there. He might be in prison. Boys and girls, get married first before you procreate. Young girls, especially young girls, he needs to make you a wife before he makes you a baby mama for life. Okay, so nothing too dramaful happened with Kayla's section in the episode today. But a beautiful, great thing did happen. She welcomed her baby girl into the world. Congratulations, Kayla. She had her daughter. Her daughter looks just like Luke, okay? Luke's motherfucking twin, okay? That is Luke's twin. Congratulations to Luke and Kayla. They had their baby girl in this episode. She is Luke's twin. That's really it. There's really nothing to say. Congratulations. She had a daughter. And in the next episode, they'll be starting their process to move for Luke's school. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, she did talk about how Stefan ain't shit, but we always known that from the very beginning. Stefan ain't shit. He ain't been shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. Now, let me not say that. He may be shit one day, but he ain't shit today, okay? And he hasn't been in his son's life making his excuses. And you know, Kayla at this point, I'm sure she's tired of it, but sadly, she's gonna have to keep dealing with it in and out of Isaiah's life because Stefan's gonna keep pulling this shit at least for another 5 years. I'm sorry, Kayla, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, she had her baby. Congratulations. Really nothing else to say. So we'll see what happens next episode. I hope you guys like this review. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe to my channel. This series is about to be coming to an end soon. So if there's any other episodes, like reality TV episodes or any new up and coming reality TV episodes that are kind of interesting that you guys want me to do reviews on, let me know. Because I'm kind of looking for another show to do reviews on. Because I kind of like doing show reviews, but I want it to be a show review that's not hella fake. Like Love and Hip Hop, I thought about it doing it like back like last year, like when I first started doing my channel, reviews on my channel. But then I was like, no, that show's too fake. Like I gotta do a review on something that seems more realistic, something more relatable. Like that shit's too fake. So nothing that's hella fake and bootsy, but something that's like, you know, interesting with a little drama, but at the same time more realistic, not no bullshit. So if you have any suggestions that you want me to review, like shows you want me to review on, comment down below and let me know if you would like. Comment down below if you have any agreements or disagreements with this episode. Yeah, I'll see you soon. And I'm going to have another video coming soon about Floribama Shore. So get into that, sis. Bye.